Can I give them this one? Okay, let's start with the basics of Microsoft Word 2016. Let's see what page we're going to. I'm using the navigation thing. Oh, thank you. Okay. So if you're using the navigation pane, you're going to look for modifying page layouts in the headings, modifying page layouts. And that starts on page 29. Okay, would someone volunteer to read page 29? Go ahead.
Define page layout. There are different ways to present or display the pages of a document. Sometimes material that we insert in a document may require that to display the page in a long form. For other times, the material may do better to display the page in a wide form.
So this is the long form. This is the wide form. Thank you. Continue.
The way that the page is presented is called the orientation. There are just two orientations. The long form is called portrait orientation, and the wide form is called landscape orientation. Portrait orientation is the default orientation, where the material entered on the page is displayed across the shorter length of the page. Landscape orientation is where the material entered is displayed across the wider length of the page. You can change the page orientation in the page setup group, in the layout tab, or in the backstage view when you choose the print option.
Thank you. So let's go to the layout tab. And look for the page setup group. Let me see if she's coming back. No. Okay. Okay, so on the layout tab, page setup group, you should be able to find orientation. Click on it. You can see portrait and landscape. Portrait is the default. So when you open a blank Word document, the orientation is portrait. And portrait, think of when someone takes your photograph, head and shoulders, right? It's usually in this form, right? That's why they call this portrait. But if you're out in nature and you want to catch as much as of the view, either in a painting or in a photograph, you want to catch as much of the view, you want the painting or the photograph to be this way, right? Because you want to see as much. So portrait and landscape. So in nature, that's why they call it landscape, right? Because you are viewing the landscape. Okay. So if we go to our practice document, orientations apply to the whole document, just like vertical alignments. Vertical alignments apply to the whole document. So if in the practice document, if we were to go to the layout tab, go to the page setup group, click orientation and change to landscape, you can see, let me see if it shows better if I do show the whole page. I don't think it shows, let me see. Let me see. Sure. Okay. Let's see, this is portrait and landscape. Yeah, I guess you can see it good in the whole page mode. And if you scroll down, you'll see all the pages are landscape. And of course, because all the pages are landscape, what you have in the document looks different than when you have the portrait orientation. So let's put it back to portrait orientation. And there we go. This is how we had it originally. It looks different and it is set up differently. One second, let me check with Ami. How's the internet now, Ami? Any better?
I'm a little bit better, but I'm trying to.
You muted.
I'm trying to open it on schooling. Yes.
Okay. Are you using the AT&T?
Not really. Let me see. Not
You're
really.
using your home internet?
Yes. I'm using my home internet, but it's very slow. One drive. Okay, let me try again. Thank you.
Okay. Let me know if you need any help with that. Okay. Any questions about orientation? Okay. So let's go back to the handout. Let's move on. Oh, and on, okay. So you can see, you can change your orientation from the layout tab, page setup group. But also when you go to the backstage view, when you click print, preview, and print from the quick access toolbar. So if you don't have print, preview, and print in your quick access toolbar, you should click the customize quick access toolbar and add print, preview, and print. Remember, all you have to do is put your mouse pointer on each of them to see the name. Okay? Okay, so let's click print, preview, and print from the quick access toolbar. And you have the dark blue part on the left where you have your menu. And then on the right of the dark blue side, you have the print screen. The print screen has all the settings. And on the right, it has a preview of what your document will look like when you print it. So in this section, in the print screen, you have a bunch of different settings that you can change before you print. So below settings, look for portrait orientation. Portrait orientation. If you don't see it, let us know.
It's all on the,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I'm trying, but it's not bringing it to me.
What's that? What's not happening?
I'm trying to click right now. I'm in the class information folder.
Yeah, don't bother with that because that seems to be being more of a problem than anything. So just open the basics of Microsoft Word 2016 and the practice document.
Okay. Okay.
Remember, just right-click on Word on the taskbar, and you should be able to
Okay.
find it there.
Thank you.
Actually find them because I want you to open the basics of Microsoft Word 2016 and the practice document.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so here in the backstage view, when you choose print, preview, and print, you have the option to change your orientation. Go ahead and click where it says portrait orientation, and you can see you can change the landscape. Anyone does not see that? Okay, go ahead and click landscape, and there you go. And you can scroll. There's a scroll bar, and you can see all the pages, what they will look like when you print it. And if that's the way you want it to print, then you can go ahead and, but don't print, don't print, don't print. Don't print. I mean, when you're doing your work, you can go ahead and print if that's the way you like it. But if not, you can just go back to portrait orientation. So now click where it says landscape orientation and change it back to portrait orientation. Any questions or comments?
Miss Yolanda?
Yes,
Yeah, when I'm going to print view on the quick access, I don't see on the blue on the left side.
when you click what?
On the quick access, I couldn't find it, the blue sign on the left side on the print view.
I'm not understanding what you're talking about.
When you click it on the quick access, you see print views, right?
Print, preview, and print.
Print. I couldn't
Is that what
see
you're
when I
talking
click.
about?
Yeah, when I click the print and print view, print, I couldn't see it, the left side of the blue.
Did you click print, preview, and print?
Yes.
And it did not look like this?
Mm-hmm. It's not like that.
I don't see how that's possible. Share your screen, let me see.
Okay.
No, it doesn't matter. She should have landscape and, no, even if you don't have a printer, it should show.
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead, click print, preview, and print.
just right here. It's
No,
just
that's not print, no, 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 no,
print view.
no. No.
Okay, when I go into
That's,
here,
no, stop, Fasika.
okay,
That you just clicked, that's when you want to add or remove
oh,
command from the quick access toolbar. You only use that when you want to add another command or remove one of the commands that's already there. So put your mouse pointer on each of them until you get to print, preview, and print. Wait for the name. Okay, go to the next one. No, the next one. Do it in a row, one at a time. The
Okay.
next one, wait for the name. Okay, go to the next one. Wait for the name. Go to the next one. Wait for the name. Go to the next one. Wait. Go to the next one. Wait for the name. So that is print, preview, and print.
okay.
So then you click that.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
All right, I got it.
And
Thank
see
you.
portrait orientation.
Mm,
Keep going down, keep going down.
this one, portrait.
Mhm. You click on it. And there you have landscape.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, Mia's gone. I don't know, her home internet should be better than that. Yeah. Okay, any questions about orientations? Or comments? Okay. So let's go back to the handout. Let's go back to the handout. On page 30, there's an exercise for you to practice using the orientations. So then we have the next one. Would someone read page 31, please? Mhm.
Activity 1, page 41. Margins are the ones space for the top. Bottom, left, and right on a page in the Word document. The margin extends from the A on a page to where the text begins or ends.
Okay, so the margins, this is the edge of the page right here, right? And if everyone can see that, but the edge, we're talking about the edge, right? The edge, there, there. So we're saying that the margins begin from the edge all the way to where the text begins. The same from the top, from the edge to where the text begins, not including what's in the header, not including what's in the header. So from the edge to where this text begins. Over here, from the edge to where the text begins. That's this margin. And then from the bottom, from the edge, well, where is there a page that, well, that's where that ends. But that's not low enough to be at the margin. So, but the left, right, and top, you can see the margin. But those margins are not the default margins. Those margins are not the default margins. We'll talk more about it. Continue.
I can read it inside the class.
Yes, please.
Okay. Margin level, now where to start placing this.
Start over.
Okay. Margin. Left. What, now, new,
No.
no. Where to start placing this at the top of a document. When to move on to the next page at the bottom, where to start typing this on the left side, where to start and move to the next line on the right.
I love that. I love that. That's why I copied and pasted it in this document. Because it explains the margins so clearly. So let's open a blank Word document. The fastest way you know.
Control N.
Hey! That's N, letter N, control letter N. Fastest way. So it says that margins let Word know, meaning margins let Microsoft Word know where to start placing text at the top, right? So when you open a blank document, it's telling you this is where it starts. This is where the left margin line is on the left of that insertion point. This is where the left margin line is, and at the top, that's where the top margin line would be. And if I were to, this thing gets in the way, when you try to click the bottom piece here. So just move away and then come back. So when you click that line, the insertion point is right on the right side of that line, touching that line. You can see, right? And the top margin, if you go to the vertical ruler on the far left, and you put your mouse pointer where the gray meets the white, where the gray meets the white, right here, and click, that's the top margin, and the insertion point is directly below that. And then, once you type and come all the way to the end, this margin, the right margin, will tell Word, well, you have to stop here and then go down to the next line. You cannot continue placing text past this line. You have to go down to the next line. And then at the bottom, once you continue to type all the way to the bottom margin, then once you get to this point over here, where you have the right margin line and the bottom margin line, once you get to that corner, then the margins tell Word you have to move to another, the page below. You have to start a new page because you cannot go anymore to the right. You cannot go anymore below. So the margins are important. Continue.
We have talking all day about the left and right option, but after calling them that one each, the color
Header,
and the bubble. And one each and the foot,
footer,
but actually the header and the footer are also considered margin. There are the four margins: left, right, top, and the bottom.
continue.
We have also taken about the circle.
We have also talked
We have also talked about the people marching the left one each, right one each, top one each, bottom one each. But we have not talking much about judging the margin or why we want to change them. When we change the margin, when we need more or less space on the page to either add more days or to make
data,
data fit in the small space. We could change the margin from the page setup, from the light down top, or in the backstage view when you choose the print option.
thank you. So let's go back to our blank document. We were talking about, and the rulers will tell you where the margins are. On the horizontal ruler at the top, that gray space, that's 1 inch. And that's the left margin. On the right side, that gray space, that's also 1 inch. And Let me see if I click on it, if it will show. No, doesn't show the line from here. That is 1 inch, and that's the right margin. At the top, the vertical ruler, that gray area from the vertical ruler is also 1 inch, and that's the top margin. And at the bottom, you also have. We also have a gray area that is also 1 inch. And that's the bottom margin. If you click where the white meets the gray, you'll see the line. That will tell you where the margin begins. Like this, you get a double-sided arrow and it will say bottom margin. Can you do that? Put your mouse pointer where the white meets the gray. And it will say bottom margin, and you click, and that line tells you that below that line, that's the bottom margin. The same on the top. Put your mouse pointer where the gray meets the white. It tells you what? What does it say when you put your mouse pointer there? Top margin. And when you click it, the line tells you that everything above that line is the top margin. And the same with the little piece at the bottom, the little square at the bottom of this hourglass looking thing. You click that and it tells you everything to the left of that line is the left margin. And when you click this little thing right here at 6.5 on the ruler, it tells you everything to the right of that line is the right margin. So by default, you can't put anything in the margins, right? When you're in the document area, you're in the document area only by default. You can't put anything in the margins. In order for you to put any kind of text or objects in the margin, you can put in the top margin and in the bottom margin. When that happens, the top margin is called the header, and the bottom margin is called the footer. Just like the left margin is called the selection bar, right? So it's the left margin, but it's also the selection bar. The top is the top margin, but it's also the header. The bottom is the bottom margin, but it's also the footer. Right is on its own. It doesn't have any other thing. But you can, I forgot which document I had. There was a handout that I had where the page numbers were in the right margin. I don't know if you noticed any of those. Let me see if I can find it. Because usually you don't see anything in the right margin or left margin for that reason. But 1 minute, let me see if I can find it. Windows, let me see. File Explorer. It's not showing it, so let me see. Aha, this is it. You see the page numbers are in the right margin. Page numbers are in the right margin. But you can also put them in the left margin. And you can, like we did yesterday, you can add to the header and you can add to the footer. Let's go back to, where did we do that? In the basics, right? Yesterday, we added our full name in the header. And then we added the day, Tuesday, in the footer. For those of you who were not here, how we entered this text here, you can see we can't do anything. You can't touch it, right? The way that you can get to it, who remembers how we get access to the header?
Insert. Yeah.
Remember, you could just right click. Instead of double clicking, because you might not know where to double click, just go to the top inch at the top and right click. Right? And it says edit header. You click that. And now the bottom part is gray and you can't do anything in the bottom part. You can only work in the header right now. And you can select, you can delete, you can add something else. Let's say I put Computer Basics 2. And then when you're finished, you can come to the to the ribbon, and you can click close header and footer, or you can just double click below the line. Double click below the line. And then what happens when you add anything in the header or the footer, it's going to show on every page. See, it's going to show on every page of the document. Every page of the document. Okay? But we're not going to talk about the left and right margin, how to get things in there. That's for another class. Okay. So we were talking about, by default, the margins are 1 inch top, 1 inch bottom, 1 inch left, and 1 inch right. But let's go to our practice document. Oh, that's not the practice document. Where's my practice? Practice, okay, here's the practice document. Let's go back. To change the margins, oh wait, did we read that part? Okay, so the margins, we find it on which tab? Page 31 tells us. At the bottom of page 31. Layout tab. So let's go ahead and click the layout tab. And then we have page setup group. Do you see the margins? Yes, you click and you see this. So let's read about them. Would someone like to read page 33, please?
There are seven preset margins that you can select from. Last custom setting appears only if you have applied custom margins in the last Word document that you create. Normal, the default margins that are 1 inch left, right, top, and bottom. Narrow, these margins are the ½ inch left, right, top, and bottom. These are the narrowest margins. Moderate, keep the default top and bottom margins, but narrow the left and right margins by 1/4 of an inch. Wide, keep the default top and bottom margins, but double the left and right margins by 1 inch. Mirror, use when creating a booklet where the page on the right side is a mirror image of the left page. Custom margin opens the page layout dialog box and allows you to customize the margin to your own liking.
Thank you. So let me talk about mirrored, right? They say when you are creating a booklet you create by, what they call this? Binding. By binding. All books, you bind them, right? To keep all the pages together. So you have to do some kind of binding. I don't know how they do it. So the margins, the mirrored margins, are the margins on the right side of this page and the left side of this page. So they are mirror margins. But we're not going to work with that. So let's go back to our practice document. We can, if you're still looking at the whole page, you can go to the zoom slider and change it to 100. Okay. And now let's go to our layout tab. Page setup group and margins. When you put your mouse pointer on the command, it says adjust margins. Set the margin sizes for the entire document or the current section. So when you apply, by default, when you apply margins, it applies to the whole document. But of course, it's default for a reason, right? Because you can change it. Just like you can change the margins. So when we click margin, we have at the top, last custom setting. So the last custom setting, the last Word document that I had open, or that I changed the margins, was the default, 1 inch top, bottom, left, and right. So the next one, normal. Normal is the same thing. Normal is the default. That's the one when you first open Word, the margins are normal. And then, so that's why it is highlighted in gray, because that's the margins. So the next one is narrow. You can see normal is 1 inch all the way around. If you want to go narrow, it's going to be ½ an inch. ½ an inch top, ½ an inch bottom, half an inch right, half an inch left. So click narrow. And look at that. And it changes how the text fits on the page and how the pages are gonna look. It changes. Okay, let's go back to margins. Oh, and you can see, right? When we click this piece right here, when we click that, you can see the margin. That's half an inch. Over here, that's also half an inch. Over here, that's half an inch. And at the bottom of the page, that's also half an inch. And all the pages are the same. Any questions? Okay, let's go back to margins. Now let's try. Now moderate, the top and bottom are 1 inch, but the left and right are 3/4 of an inch, 0.75, 3/4 of an inch. Let's click that. Now you can see you have more white space on the left and right, and also at the top. So moderate, let's see, moderate, that's 3/4 of an inch. On the left, 3/4 of an inch on the right. But at the top, it's 1 inch. And at the bottom, it's also 1 inch. So that's moderate. Let's go back to margins. Now we have wide, wide. Wide, top and bottom, 1 inch, but left and right, 2 inches. Let's go ahead and click that. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. See, that's 2 inches. 2 inches, left and right, 2 inches. 2 inches. But top and bottom, oh, where's my ruler? Okay, there it is. Top and bottom, 1 inch. Top 1 inch and bottom 1 inch. And what's the next one? Oh, mirrored, we're not gonna do mirrored. And the Office default, I'm sorry, no, Office 2003. That's the file extension, that DOC. Right, that's how it used to be. Or that's how it still is, because there are still people that have Microsoft Office 2003 on their computers. And then we're going to look at the custom margins, okay? So we're going to go back, put it back to normal. We're going to go to the taskbar and click on the blank Word document. We're going to do, remember I told you that when we did, we are in the cafeteria, when we wrote that yesterday. We're going to do it today, but we're going to use all these new things. Okay, so let me, whoops. Let's see. This is what we're going to write. So on your keyboard, press your caps lock, and we're going to type, we are in the cafeteria. Okay. So let's start with what we did yesterday, right? Yesterday, we talked about horizontal and vertical alignments, right? So where can we find horizontal alignment? Where can we find horizontal alignment? Where? Home tab paragraph group. So let's go to the home tab paragraph group and let's center this. Let's center it. And now, how do we get to vertical alignment? Vertical alignment. Remember, 5 steps. Layout tab. So we click the layout tab. Number 2, page setup group. Number 3, launch the dialog box in the page setup group. Then in the number 4, we click the layout tab. There's a layout tab there as well. We click the layout tab, and number 5, right, vertical alignment in the middle. Click the drop down arrow, and we're gonna center. Okay. So let's view the whole page. So go to the zoom slider. Go to the zoom slider and click on 100%. Click on 100% and then click whole page. Go to the zoom slider, down at the bottom, zoom slider, click the 100%. If yours says 100%, it might say something else. But mine says 100%. You click on the 100% and you get the zoom dialog box. And look for whole page and click on it. Look for whole page, click on it and click OK. There we go. Zoom slider. Got it?
Yeah.
Got it, Seblet? Got it, Professor? Click 100%. Click it. Right, look for whole page. Look for whole page. Read each one and find whole page. Yes, then the next one, go to the whole page. And then go to the right. Now go to the next one. Go to the next one. That's why I would say, one at a time. So if you go here, go there, you know, you always miss that. You got it? Yeah. So we want to see the whole page, so this is the. Well, you did that. So go to layout tab.
Yeah.
Layout tab. Page setup. Watch the page setup. Layout. Tab. Vertical alignment. Okay. We're supposed to write that, I want to have it on that. So select by pressing control A. Okay, so we did the horizontal alignment, we did the vertical alignment. Now we want to select all of it. What's the fastest way to select all of it? Control A, all right. Now we're going to increase the font size. Where do we go to increase the font size? Home tab, font group. We're not gonna do the drop down arrow. We're gonna click inside the box. And we're gonna type 100. 100, and then press enter. There. But having it like that is not as impressive. To me, it's not as impressive. I like it landscape. So let's go ahead and where do we do landscape orientation? Layout tab, then page setup group, and there's orientation. Let's do the landscape. There we go. Isn't that better? So now let's go back to the home tab. In the font group, make it bold. Make it bold. Bold. And let's increase the font. Click in the font box. Click in the font box and change it from 100 to 120. 120. Press enter. Actually, we might be able to change it to 130. Let's try 130 and see what happens. Okay. So 130, it puts it on 2 pages. Okay. So let's take our break. And when we come back, we'll see how we can get it on 1 page with the font size at 130. Okay. So come back at 7:32. 7:32. Masika, you okay?
Yeah,
You are able to get it all?
I get it all, but I need to repeat it. But after you put the Zoom one, I don't get that.
Can
Yeah.
you share your screen? Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see, something happened here that, wait a minute. What is happening here? What is happening here? So undo again, undo,
Okay.
undo, 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 undo. Oh, you didn't use the commands to do it. You did it all manually. Undo, keep undoing.
Okay. Oh,
Undo, 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 no, undo, 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 undo. I want to see what happened that caused this page to look like this. Undo, undo, undo.
it's gone. This is
Oh,
it.
that's it. Why is this page looking like this? I don't understand this. How come we can't see the zoom slider?
Yeah.
Okay, go down to the status bar. The status bar is where the view buttons and zoom slider. No, above that, yeah.
This one.
Where you have page one of page one,
This
that's
is
the
called-
status bar. Now go to an empty space on the status bar, empty space. Go to an empty space on the status bar.
this
In the
one?
middle, go to the middle.
Okay.
Go to the middle. No, the status bar, stay on the status bar. But go to
Okay.
the middle where it's empty. Now right click,
Okay.
right click.
I do.
Zoom slider at the bottom. Click zoom slider. You removed it. Okay, there's our zoom slider. Okay, let me see. What else happened here? Something else happened here. I don't know what else you did here. Selection, check. Word count column. Line number, vertical page, position. At the top, click vertical page position. At the top, vertical page position.
Right here. Click it.
Click it. Okay, that doesn't do it. Click it again. Click it again. I don't know why the page looks like this.
I don't.
Okay, let's forget about that then. Click away. Now go back and redo. Go to redo and redo, redo, redo. Okay, stop there.
Okay.
So now, select the text, Control A on your keyboard. Okay, what is that? What is that? Tell you what, we're gonna close this, copy that. Right click on it and copy. Copy,
All right.
copy, right click,
Let's see. Okay. Oh, okay.
right click, copy.
Okay.
Okay, close that. We're gonna open another one because something is wrong with this one. Don't save. Okay, go ahead and open another blank document. Right click, right click. Word,
The same.
why is your word looking like that? Oh, I don't know what. The problem is, oh, go to the zoom slider. Go to the zoom slider and change it to 100. 100. Go to the right and click the plus sign. 100. Right there. No, 100. We want 100. Click on the
Oh.
left, the minus sign, the minus.
Oh.
100 there.
Oh, okay.
This is
Okay.
what it should look like.
Yeah, I'm so confused.
Right click, right
Okay.
click,
And
and
paste it.
paste. Okay, now to select all of that, press on your keyboard, Control A. Control A. Why is that like that still? Something is wrong here. I don't know what it is. Okay, so click in the font size box. No, click in the box. And type 130. 130. Press enter. Okay, now go to the paragraph group on the home tab. Paragraph group,
Okay.
and look for center horizontal align. Center. So now we are going to go back down to the zoom slider. Go to the zoom slider, click 100%. The number 100%. No, the number. Go.
The number. I did this one. The plus sign, right? Was it 2-page? Come on.
Click the number to the right. The number to the right. Click that.
Okay. Okay.
And look for whole page. Whole page. Whole page.
All pages. This is page white, page text, page wall. This one?
Yes, click on it. Okay, click OK.
Gotcha.
Okay. Okay, and now we're gonna vertically align.
Okay.
Go to the layout tab,
Mm-hmm.
layout tab,
Okay.
page setup group, launch the dialog box in the page setup group. Go ahead. Click layout tab at the top, layout tab at the top. Click the layout tab.
This one?
Now go to vertical alignment in the middle.
This one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Click the drop down arrow, click center. Okay, click OK.
Thank you.
And there we are right now.
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
and go back to the home tab,
Okay.
home tab. And in the font group, apply bold, bold. Okay, there we go.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. You make me happy.
Oh, really? Oh,
Really, yeah.
I'm
Thank
happy
you.
that you're happy.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do 10 minutes of typing. We're gonna do 10 minutes of typing. You can stop sharing. Okay. So our sign is on 2 pages. We want it on 1 page, right? So we have already use horizontal alignment, vertical alignment, orientation. Now, let's look at margins. See how we can use the margin to get all of that text on one page. Okay, so where do we go for the margins?
Yeah. Okay.
We click the layout tab.
Setup.
We go to the page setup group, but don't forget, we need to select. Select your text, Control A. Control A will select all of it. So. Good. Huh? Oh, internet, wow. I'm surprised how these cables are not working very good. Not like I expected them to work. Oh, no. Okay, so let's click margins. And let's choose narrow. Narrow, right? Narrow is 1/2 inch, top, bottom, left, and right. So we are gonna choose narrow. Oh, narrow did it. Let's say we change the font size to 135. Okay, let's go back to the home tab. I'm sorry, Mr. Nigatu, what you said? Oh, okay. And let's change the font size. Let's go to the home tab, font group. Change the font size to 135. Press enter. 135. Okay, let's try wait. 140. Let's try 140. What is this? I don't understand why this is happening. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? We are in the cafeteria. Let's see. Okay, let's try 145. Change the font size to 145. It's on 2 pages. And we are using narrow margins. But guess what? We can change the margins even more. Let's go to the layout tab. No, I'm sorry, not orientation. Margins, page setup group, margins. And way at the bottom, what does it say? Custom margins. So right now they are at 1/2 inch, top, bottom, left, and right. Let's try left and right. Make it 0.4, left and right only. 0.4 left and 0.4 right. Got it? Okay, click OK. No, that didn't do it. Let's click margins again. Let's do custom margins. Let's try left and right. .3 for left and 0.3 for right. And let's do the same for top and bottom. 0.3 for top and 0.3 for bottom. Click OK. And it's large enough for everyone to see, right? Okay. So guess what? You're gonna work in with the partner. You're not gonna use this. You're gonna create another sign. Another sign. Let's say you have to put a sign on the door for students. Come up with a sign and oh, and we didn't change the font color. Font color. Font color, let's see, what font color? Font color, purple, okay. Font color, whatever font color you want. I like purple. So let me write what we're doing. So is everyone able to see this?
Yes.
And we're gonna print it. Did I miss something? No, everything is there? Huh? One page. Word. Any sign. You want to work with one of the other groups? Yeah. Oh. So Fasika, you'll have to do that on your own. Come up with anything, any kind of sign.
Okay. Anything what I want, I can write.
Huh?
Anything that I want, any
Yes,
sign.
anything that you want.
Okay. Thank
Yes.
you. I missed the virtual and horizontal and virtual alignment only, but
You
I
wanna
was
share your screen?
I was stuck in the chair. Okay, thank
Go
you.
ahead and share your screen.
Okay.
Oh, you have 2 pages.
Yeah, I
So
can
did you try the change the orientation?
layout to go to this is orientation.
No, the other, no, that's change it to the landscape.
Landscape. Okay.
Okay. Now, you already did the vertical alignment?
Yeah, that's the one I missed. I think
You
virtual
did already? Okay. So now what about margins?
margins here. Normal. Just margin, right?
Well, it's at normal right now. You
Yeah.
want to get it all on one page. Yeah, try that one. Okay. Scroll down, let me see the other page. Oh, that's it? It's just
That's it.
that?
Yeah.
Okay. Put a space between we and R. We and R, put a space between that. We, click to the right of we, press, Okay, you didn't do the vertical alignment.
Yeah.
So do the vertical alignment.
That's the one I missed. That's why.
No, page setup.
Okay. I'm going to,
Layout tab, layout,
oh, okay, but followed by man, I think it was in the middle.
Keep looking, no, keep going down.
And this one. Right?
Center. Okay,
Thank you. Yeah, I got it.
select it,
Yes.
select it. Control A, good, okay. Make it bold,
Okay.
bold. Okay, change the margins, go back to layout tab. Margins. Custom margins. Custom margins at the bottom.
Yeah. Okay.
Make it 0.3, all of them 0.3.
See,
You didn't finish. Top
all of
and
them.
bottom,
Okay. Three.
and bottom. No, not that, not that. Okay, click OK. There we go.
Thank you.
Okay, so any questions?
No, thank you.
Okay. So we're getting ready to print.
I can save it, right? Instead
What's
of,
that?
can I save it instead of print?
Yes,
Thank you.
Oh,
Good evening, Carlos Rosario, students, teachers, staff. Today is Wednesday, April 12, 2023. These are your evening announcements. Next week is spring break. There will be no classes. Enjoy your time home. We will see you on Monday, April 24th. Students, please remember to take COVID antigen test before you return to school from spring break. Please contact your teacher for more information.
Yes.
Teachers, please remember to take your attendance after each class session.
the
Food
test kit,
services is
someone
selling
came and took the
Gravigo
test kit?
near the exits.
No?
This concludes the
Where?
announcements. Thank
Ooh,
you and
the
have
test kit.
a good and spring break.
Somebody took them. I didn't move them.
Which one of them?
The test kits that were there. Remember the test kits, the COVID test kits?
I don't know. When I came, I didn't see it.
Someone came and took them.
But when I came earlier, not there.
No, yeah, was a boy. I mean, I don't know why people do it, just come in here and take everything. Okay, let's print. Let's print. Are we ready to print? Okay. So, who remembers how do we get to the print screen? Okay. In the quick access toolbar? Quick access toolbar class. Quick access toolbar. We're getting ready to print. Quick access toolbar, look for what? What are we looking for in the quick access toolbar? Print, preview, and print. Go ahead and click it.
Okay.
It's only one page. Oh, let's go back to the document. Let's go back. So I want you to, in the footer, on the right side of the footer, write your name. On the right side of the footer, write your name. How do you get to the footer? Oh, there's no footer. Sorry, there's no footer. There's no footer. There's, oh, wait, yeah. Okay, so you can right click at the very top. Or no, the bottom, sorry, bottom. Right click at the very bottom.
In the document.
Oh, no. No, there's no footer, but there
Yes,
might be a header. Try the header. Right click at the very, very top and see if you see edit header. At the very top, you see the very top up here. Right click.
Oh, yeah.
You got it? So you need to put it, okay, so click edit header. Edit header.
edit header a la peña.
And, oh no, I don't think it's gonna put it in 2 pages. Forget the header or footer, forget it. It's gonna change it to 2 pages. So go ahead and print. So you go to, we're not gonna do it because it's gonna make it in 2 pages. It's gonna make it into 2 pages. So we'll just print it like this. You'll be able to know which one is yours. So check all the settings, make sure the settings are what you want. If the settings are what you want, oh, you have to be connected by cable. If you're not connected by cable, you won't be able to print. Without the cable? Without the cable? Huh? No, but they told me that you had to be connected with the cable. So no. Okay. Okay, go ahead and print. Go ahead and print.
Okay. Niin, printtilämäärä, madam.
Oh, you tried it already without the cable? So you're gonna have to, those of you who are in for print, there's a problem with the way they connected you. So they have to come back and fix it. Yeah, or it's not, hopefully you don't have permission to do it. Okay, so anyone who was not able to print, I'm gonna have them come back and fix whatever the problem is. So, any questions? Any questions? I was gonna offer anyone that needed more testing. All the testing here. Now I'm simple. But if you want some, we have some down at the bottom, if you need a testing kit. When you call, they go to the house, not. Both of them, Meseret and Sedler and Julio. Sabrina, you know,
No, I'm not saying,
they've never came. Wow.
let's say that.
Yeah, save it in the Word folder. Save it.
Say no question.
Okay, folks. Have a good night. Get home safe. See you tomorrow. They didn't connect it correctly. Yeah, they didn't connect it correctly. Oh, who did you want? Go ahead.
Sorry, Dr. Sapno, visit days today. Am I gonna join that? Maybe. All right. Thank you.
Nos vemos la siguiente semana.